Welcome to Iron and Line Fitness. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Titan Rackable Hex Bar version 3. It's a big, beefy, rackable hex bar that competes with the Rogue TB-2 and also provides a lot of those same features for about $100 less with free shipping. So if you're in the market for a quality hex bar, this is definitely the video for you. Just a quick disclaimer, Iron and Line Fitness is a completely self-funded operation. So if I say I like something, that's because I use it and I paid for it and I recommend it. No one's paying me to say nice things. And if I do have it, it probably means that I purchased it with hard-earned money and I cried a little bit at checkout.
What's the matter? What's the matter? We're poor again!
So with that, I want to always be 100% about my reviews. I'll never tell you something's great if it truly isn't. And I'll never tell you that I use something if I don't. That's very important to me to put out. So from a value perspective, this bar isn't just about deadlifts. It's a little easier on your back than a traditional barbell would be with deadlifts from the floor. You can load it up heavy. You'll be able to walk the next day, which is the best thing. And at my age, that's huge.
It's just... God, I feel so old.
The V3 rackable version, it fixes a lot of things from the earlier models. So they made it rackable. It's easier to load and it's easier to store. Another thing that they did that's kind of an unsung thing, I don't think there was a lot of press put out on it, is they made the knurl on both handles now. So the elevated handle and the flush handle. So that's very nice. It goes head to head with the Rogue's TB-2. Same concept, similar build. It feels like a, I don't want to disrespect Titan and say like a Wish.com version, but it's definitely a made in China version of the made in America TB-2. So it costs less than Rogue. It's $324 with free shipping. Titan's always running discounts. I never recommend anybody buy something full price from Titan because you can usually always get a discount, or even just throw it in your cart and wait, and they'll probably send you something to incentivize you. So keep that in mind. So let's talk features. For this bar, it's a 22-inch between the handles, right? Just enough to slightly be uncomfortable for a big guy like me. I say big guy, I'm 6'1", 210. I guess you would say average size.
He's so tiny. Remarkable. Look at it.
However, there are times where I have to move my feet in a little closer to avoid my hands hitting my knees. So double handles are nice. Sits about 7.5 inches off the floor. Rogue's is about 9 inches, so it's a little shorter than that. Fully welded. These are machine welds. They're not winning any beauty contest, but they are functional, which is what matters. They have a screwed on plate there with the Titan Fitness. It'd be nice if they would have welded that in. Corners are welded. Pretty solid construction. The only complaint I think I would have is that this finish, this black, I assume it's powder coated, that it scratches a little easily, especially on the sleeves. So you just have to be careful when you're loading it up. Overall though, build quality wise, I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. Another fun thing, this holds up to 800 pounds. I've never had more than 420 on it because I don't really go heavier than that. I run out of 45s. So my wife won't let me buy any more 45s. She said 8 was enough. So that's my cap. It's definitely not because I can't lift more than that, but maybe it is.
Maybe.
Either way, solid bar, and then it weighs 60 pounds. So a little bit more than the 45 pounds that you're normally going to calculate. So if you have two plates on each side, right, 245s on a barbell, that would be 225. On this, it's going to be 240. So not terrible to calculate. And honestly, with the way that you lift it, more that suitcase lift, it definitely, you don't feel the extra 15 pounds, so it is workable. All right, so how does it compare? And I will say Titan has steadily increased their prices so that the chasm between them and Rogue is not as deep. However, $100 is $100, and you're getting 90% of what you're getting with the TB-2. So if you're looking at both of those trap bars, I would say that's one area where you probably don't need to default to the name brand of American-made Rogue if you don't have the money. If you do have the money, by all means, go snag that Alico bar or the Rogue TB-2 or whatever you want to spend your money on.
And you have so much money.
All right, so what did I like? I like the insane value of it. It feels solid. It looks solid. When you're lifting with it, the handles, I mean, let's be honest, this knurl is just a little too passive. I like it. I like it a little thicker. The Rogue one is, I think, 2 millimeters thicker. I think this is 32 millimeters. The Rogue one's 34 millimeters. I also think Rogue cuts their knurl just a little bit better, and I think that's just a quality control issue. That could be that Rogue is able to get it off the line, have people that know what they're doing look at it, and either send it back or change the product. Whereas Titan, when they're doing overseas manufacturing, they do the design, but they don't necessarily get the QC level that you would get from Rogue. Another thing that's obviously really great, which I've mentioned, is that it's rackable.
You said that already.
Well, it's worth saying again.
So welds are good. They're all right. They're not. I mean, some guys probably look at the welds on all their bars. I'm not one of those guys, but I do respect a clean weld. These welds are obviously machine welds, and they function just fine. And they had no issues. There is some kind of like rock or pebble that lives inside my bar, and I'm gonna try to, there you go, that little pebble. Not sure if you heard that, but there's a pebble and I can't get it out. I've tried. There's like welded caps here, there's end caps. So I probably have a pebble from China, so that's nice. But otherwise, great value from the Titan Rackable V3 Hex bar. All right, so final verdict. Do I think it's worth it? Absolutely. Don't buy full price from Titan. There's always a discount, as I mentioned. But if you get 20 to 30% off of this thing, and you're getting it for free shipping around 300, 315, whatever, I don't think you'll be disappointed. The variety of being able to do it elevated or flip it over and do it flush is very nice. And I would absolutely, and I do recommend this to a lot of my friends. So in the Army, we do a deadlift for our Army fitness test. And some of the bars that we use, they don't feel solid at all. So when you're doing, 340, 350, whatever the max is now, it just doesn't feel solid. So 100% would recommend. I don't think you can go wrong. And you also will save a little money. Maybe buy something extra there with that extra saved money. Overall, would definitely recommend. All right. So real quick, I hope you enjoyed this video and this review. I work really hard to think about what I would have wanted to know before buying this equipment. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Once again, I put my affiliate link for this in the description below. I get a small commission if you do use that link to purchase. It doesn't cost you anything, and it does help our channel and allow me to bring you more good content. So with that, this is Drew from Iron and Line Fitness. I appreciate everyone watching, and I hope you have a great day.